Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be very casual and I'm going to apologize for the likelihood that the camera is going to be very shaky. But basically we are going to be doing an apartment tour. Since I'm spending 99% of my life in this space right now, I thought I would show it to you. I also did a number of, I don't want to say improvements, but I have gone a little too crazy online shopping lately to sort of fix up my place and make it a space that I like spending more time in. So I will also show you the things that I've purchased and what I might recommend to you. I will sort of give you an overview to start with and then we'll go sort of space by space. It's not a big place. So the building that I'm in is actually a condo building, not like a rental apartment building, but I am renting out somebody's condo, like that an individual owns. So this building is maybe about 10 years old or so, and yeah, I've moved from apartment to apartment within this complex, but I've been living here for about 6 years now. But in this space, I've been here for 1 year. I did find a floor plan of a unit that is pretty similar to mine, so I'll just throw this in here so you have a bit more context of what you're seeing. So to give some context, here I am looking into the apartment from the front door. I'm just in the little front entrance here. The kitchen is off that way. My bedroom is straight ahead. The living room / office is there. And just around the corner is the washroom, which I'm actually not going to show because it's just not that interesting. And also I have laundry that is hanging up and drying in there that I don't feel like taking down right now. My front entrance, not super exciting, but I do have these little bird hooks that I got off of Amazon, and then hanging on there a couple of bags that I made a number of years ago. I sewed these, and these just hold on to, like, you know, my mask is in there, my keys, my sunglasses, I'll tuck my wallet in there, just sort of stuff that you tend to have when you come in the front door. And front hall closet, there's not a huge amount of storage in here, so, you know, not going to show you because it's messy, but it's got extra shoes, it's actually got my files in it, my Christmas decorations, my vacuum cleaner, so it's pretty packed in there. Here is my kitchen. If you watch sort of some of my food related videos, you will have seen this before. I'll just show you. Up here is my Mumford & Sons poster from when I went to Boston to see them, and good gracious, that was 2013. That was 7 years ago that I went there. Yeah, so I have a lot of nice counter space. I have a couple of chairs there so I can sit up at the counter if I want to. I'm lucky enough to have a dishwasher, which just makes me so happy. And yeah, I've got a pot of chili on the stove now, all my appliances out there. Another thing I recently bought from Amazon is this little kitchen scale, digital scale, which is wonderful when baking. It just keeps everything so precise. And my kitchen's a little bit of a dead end. There's just a blank wall there. Just had to change the light so you can see. And around here in this area, you may think it's storage, but it's not. But I have a washer dryer in here, which is wonderful. And then this side is just the furnace. So I have enough storage for like a couple brooms in there, but that's pretty much it. And one of the handier things in my kitchen, although I didn't get this off of Amazon, this is a gift, is I have this little collapsible step stool because I'm short and I can just do this and then tuck it behind the fridge when I'm not using it, and it lets me access all the cupboard space up there that would otherwise be really hard to get to. Here is my living room. I'm kind of standing as far back as I can to get this shot, and yet it's still not all in. Those of you who know Toronto, which is where I originally grew up and lived, you may recognize this artwork. These are basically signs from the Toronto subway. And then in the middle, each subway station sort of has its own patterns and colors of like fonts and tiles. And so this is sort of a collage made up of all the different subway station names. So there's that. This is my couch with the hole that I burnt in it with my makeup mirror by mistake. So yeah, this is my little area where I spend a lot of my time at home. And then coming around to the other side so you can see what it is I'm looking at, I have my TV there, some artwork behind that I did. I actually made that just as sort of space-filling artwork when I was selling the house that I used to live in, but it oddly goes well here. I did not paint that wall, it came painted that color, so it just all kind of goes together. I have here my little TARDIS cookie jar and my two absolute favorite cookbooks. The Bouchon Bakery Cookbook. I've made probably about 5 recipes out of here that have all been delicious. And then the French Laundry Cookbook, both by the same chef. Also fantastic. So many good recipes out of there. Both are very complicated, but love them and they're just gorgeous. So I keep them kind of like my coffee table books. And those of you who watch my makeup videos and maybe have seen some of my declutters, I keep all my makeup in the bottom 2 drawers of this bureau. And basically when I do my makeup, I pull those 2 drawers out and I put my mirror here so that I get the natural light coming in, and that's my little sort of makeup prep area. So this area up here by my windows is what I would refer to as my home gym. Basically this space is empty so that if I want to put out my yoga mat or do anything with these, I have space. It's kind of interesting because when I first moved here I thought this was kind of like a dead area because I didn't really want to put like a dining room table here or anything that I wouldn't really use, but now I'm really happy for this space since since quarantine started. So over here, I have all of my equipment. I've had this forever. It's just a Pilates mat. It's a little bit thicker and squishier than a yoga mat, which is kind of nice for, if I'm doing any work on the ground, it's extra padding, but it doesn't stick to the ground in the same way that a yoga mat kind of does, which can be an issue sometimes. The other equipment here I've all gotten since we've all been on lockdown. Starting over here, I have my bands. These are from Homebody Sculpt, who's an influencer I follow on Instagram. I haven't actually used them too much yet because I just got them, but she has a Instagram channel. Can you tell I'm on YouTube more? She has an Instagram account and she will post a number of home workouts and uses these bands. So I wanted to try some of that and I've not tried it yet, but I have them. These were the first piece of equipment I bought when I knew I was going to be home. It was when it was impossible to find pretty much any exercise equipment. And these are just, these different bands that you can use. There's a connection there to like put it onto a door frame or whatever. There's a ton of these that are for sale on Amazon, and that's where I got this from. They're okay. They're really good for some things, but there's a real difference between the feeling of using bands for weight exercises and actual like weights, because the feeling of the tension changes as you're moving. So while I do find them good for some stuff, I am so happy that I got this set. I've only had it for about a week now, but I'm loving it. This is again something I got off of Amazon, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a little pricey. It was about $150 Canadian. And these are all plastic, but so happy with them so far, and they came with really great reviews. So basically you can see here that these are adjustable dumbbells. So this screws off, and I just have the, I think, 2 kilogram plates on right now. And then all of these are 2.5 kilogram, all of these ones, so I can up the weights, but I mean, like, this is a lot for me right now. I will say one drawback is these tend to come off pretty easily, but because there's so much space there, it's not like I'm worried about the weights falling off. And the other cool thing that I haven't used yet, but people online said worked really well, is there's this connector here. So you can connect this on and then connect the other dumbbell to it without, I'm not going to take them all apart, but just so you know what I mean. I'm not going to take them all apart, but just so you know what I mean. Basically, you would not have these on here, and that connects the bars together so that you can make it like a barbell for like hip thrusts or whatever it is you want to do. And apparently from the people online, it works really well. I will show you my view now, which will take a moment to come into focus. But before I do, a number of you guys have seen this. This is my bow. I haven't done it in a while, but I did do archery. I enjoy doing archery, so that is my bow. And I just sort of like having it there as a conversation piece. And this is my view. I'm gonna have to change the lighting. There we go. So I look into the courtyard of my building, and honestly, when I first moved here, I didn't really enjoy the view that much because my last place just had sort of openness in front of it. And I was worried that this was going to feel too much like people were looking in at me. But I'm realizing how much I adore this view. I mean, all the trees that are in here, the gardens, the people who, I'm gonna zoom in, super creepy. The people who maintain this garden are all sort of like retirees in the building, and they've put out like different chairs and stuff so that people have places to sit. And I've done all these, like, you can't really see the flower beds very much from here. This is a new one that they just put in like about a month ago. But there are like some nice flower beds. Maybe you can see a little bit over there. Nah, most of them are kind of behind the foliage. And I kind of get to like watch people come and go from my desk where I'm working all day. So that's kind of nice. And then, you know, I do have that view to look out on. So I kind of look through the gap in the buildings, and over there, there's actually like a bit of a river, and then it goes into downtown. So yeah, that's my view. Let's look at my balcony, which I feel really awkward about standing outside and talking about because I know other people can hear. But I've got this really nice balcony that looks out on my view. I've had this little table and chair set forever, but what I did do was purchase these lights off of Amazon and string them up there, which looks really pretty at night. And then one of the things that I got was a remote control extension cord, so I can turn it in and off from outside. So it actually provides me with a really nice ambient light in my bedroom. And then this rug is the only thing I've recently bought that's not from Amazon. I bought this from Wayfair. It was a little under $100 Canadian, including shipping. And yeah, I just really like how bright it makes everything look out there. So I will often go out there if I want to have my coffee in the morning, or if I feel like reading a little bit or having a meal. I'll do it out there because it's a nice little sitting area and really nice view. This is what I would refer to as my home office. You can see that while I'm working, I get to have my nice view beside me. Ignore my sewing machine. I should really put that down in my storage locker. I'm really lucky that I got this before everything locked down. I just happened to think that was a perfect spot for a desk, and I bought a desk in my last place when I was doing some school. So that's just from IKEA. I do kind of wish I had a better chair, which actually could get through my work, but this goes nicely with the set, and sometimes I'm a little bit more about aesthetics than comfort. It's my work laptop and work stuff. A couple of nice little IKEA lamps just to frame it there, and those are my super nerdy Doctor Who art pieces, I guess you would call them. I painted those myself. Ignore that, that's not usually there, but I have an important task to remember to do first thing in the morning on Monday, so that is there. This is the room that you guys probably see the most, and this is my bedroom. So usually I'm sitting right there. I actually have my filming equipment set up right now, so I will show you what that looks like. But first I'll show you that you can see that I look out on my little patio there. This is my bed. I have artwork down here that probably should be hung above my bed, but I just haven't done that yet. And I'll show you over here, just another little Amazon find. I don't have a proper bedside table. This is actually just a moving box covered with a pashmina, but I bought this nice little tray so that it would sort of make it into a table, but I also use that tray if I'm going to go have dinner or lunch or whatever out on my balcony, just to carry things out there. And also if I'm sort of chilling and hanging out here and like maybe watching YouTube on my laptop in bed, I'll take that little tray and put it on my bed. So if I want to have like a coffee or anything when I'm relaxing, that I have sort of a surface to put it on. It's been super useful, and really glad that I got that. So if you are me here, this is the view that you see when you're filming. So my two pieces of equipment in here for filming are this and the ring light, and obviously the camera that I'm holding is usually on that stand. And then I also have this box light. So I'll just show you here, and there's some artwork behind the box. The artwork that's there is, well, I can't see it. It's actually a map of what Ottawa used to look like in 1878. So yeah, that's what's there. Everything in the bedroom is kind of nice muted gray colors. And I try to do my filming sort of at a certain time and then put all the camera equipment away so that it doesn't feel so sort of crowded in here. But basically when I'm filming, this light goes on because it fills the background. A lot of the times when you see YouTubers and it sort of looks like they are a really bright face and then a really dark background, it's because they're only lighting their face and they're not lighting the background. You need some light in the background to sort of balance everything out. And then I'm not going to turn that on. That's just my ring light, but that's where that usually sits. And everything can tuck away pretty well into the closet when I'm not using it. The box light actually breaks down super small, and this I usually just tuck in at the very back, you know, break the tripod down a little bit, and it's pretty easy. It's probably about a 10-minute setup and tear down every time I want to do it. So there we go, guys. That is my place. I hope you enjoyed seeing the space that I'm spending 99% of my time in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.